Combined gross collections of almost 400 crore rupees, more than 2 crore footfalls. Share prices of multiplexes like PVR and Inox gaining 5%. All in a matter of just 3 days. Shocked? You should be. In a span of just 3 days, the cinematic realm has experienced an unexpected turnaround, propelled by the triumphant entries of films like Gadar 2 and Jailer. The resurgence of audience engagement is palpable as cinemas once again reverberate with anticipation and excitement. Amidst this dynamic revival, an often overlooked element emerges as the unsung hero of this momentous comeback: single screens. While much of the limelight falls on the gleaming multiplexes, the traditional single screens deserve their due recognition for weathering the storms of change and retaining their relevance. These iconic establishments, deeply woven into the fabric of the nation's cinematic history, continue to stand as beacons of nostalgia and authenticity. As we delve into the intricacies of this cinematic renaissance, it becomes evident that the realm of entertainment is indeed a realm of surprises, where fortunes can shift within days and where the steadfast single screens play an essential role in revitalizing the magic of the silver screen. When the trailer of Gadar 2 hit the screens, a chorus of self-proclaimed critics promptly rose to decry it as illogical, overboard, and outright atrocious. Of course, every individual is entitled to voice their own perspective, yet these so-called intellectual evaluators, in the haste to belittle the much-awaited sequel, unwittingly embarked on an endeavor that not even the visionary Karan Johar would dare to entertain within the realm of his dreams. They casually labeled Gadar 2 as a film suitable only for the single screens. Pause for a moment and ponder. Can anyone pinpoint the exact theatre where Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge has been captivating audiences for nearly 3 decades? Any reasonably informed soul would assert that it is the iconic Maratha Mandir. But does this cinema hall boast the grandeur of a sprawling multiplex? The answer, my friends, is a resounding no. When the names Plaza, Odeon, and Gaiety Galaxy roll off your tongue, do visions of plush, modern multiplexes dance through your mind, or does the imagination conjure images of majestic single-screen emporiums that have carved their own identities through decades of cultural resonance? The truth is undeniable. The latter is the reality. In the midst of a cinematic landscape flooded with towering multiplexes that flaunt cutting-edge technology and sleek interiors, these grand single-screen complexes persist as cherished relics of an era bygone. Their faded opulence, vintage charm, and hallowed history cast a spell that modern cineplexes can only aspire to replicate. Just as a timeless classic endures the test of time, so do these grand halls etch their names into the annals of cultural heritage. Have you ever pondered the contrasting fate of big-budget Bollywood films in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, while their southern counterparts seem to thrive undeterred? This phenomenon finds its roots in the unwavering adoration for single-screen cinemas in the southern regions, a sentiment that has endured regardless of geographical boundaries. A recent report by FICCI EY examining India's media and entertainment sector sheds light on the decline of revenues from single-screen theatres, primarily within the Hindi heartland, due to their prolonged closures. Meanwhile, the filmmaking industry has predominantly geared its productions toward the upscale and multiplex audience. This divergence in cinematic approach has inadvertently marginalized a significant portion of the traditional movie-going audience, accustomed to spending a modest sum of rupees 50 to 70 for a theatrical experience. In stark contrast, the cost escalates 3 to 4-fold at multiplexes. This premium pricing strategy has enabled Bollywood to amass substantial profits from the more affluent audience, thereby diminishing reliance on the heartland populace. The southern film industry, in contrast, seems to stay clear of such stratification. The majority of movie screens across India, roughly 2/3 of them, accommodate fewer than 400 patrons. A striking number, approximately 2,000 screens boast seating capacities of 101 to 200, while around 1,900 feature capacities below 100. Another 1,250 screens comfortably accommodate 301 to 400 viewers. Moreover, around 130 theaters accommodate audiences exceeding 1,000 with a notable concentration in the southern states of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. This divergence is a clear testament to a crucial principle. The true essence of a solid entertainer lies in its ability to resonate with audiences as diverse as Ramu, hailing from a quaint village in Jharkhand, to the cosmopolitan RJ, residing in the upscale neighborhoods of South Bombay. The unifying appeal of a movie that transcends these divides is the hallmark of a genuinely impactful cinematic creation, and it is this connection that underscores its classification as a bona fide entertainment gem. This is where the Pan-India segment is evolving and with significant success. In stark contrast, Bollywood seems to have confined itself into the tiny classification of multiplexes catering to audiences who might even lack the ability to crack a smile, let alone respond in the manner that only the single-screen audience is proficient at. This shortcoming was highlighted by none other than Sunny Deol during his interaction with the press following the resounding triumph of Gadar 2. Sunny Deol's sentiments resonated powerfully as he passionately exclaimed, "The Janta has welcomed Tara Singh and his family into the chambers of their hearts. They aspired for a family akin to Tara's. The strength of that family lies in its love. When faced with adversity, Tara stands unwavering, and then a divine connection forms. The divine intertwines with him. In times of hardship, divinity graces every family. That's the true essence of a miracle, and that's what the audience witnesses in Gadar 2 and passionately embraces." Continuing his fervor, Sunny declared, "I vow to all my supporters that I will continue crafting such narratives." Nowadays, the term masses is thrown around. What does masses truly signify? The public is the public. We are all part of the public. By labeling them masses, are you demeaning a certain group? Do you believe you stand above them? They don't comprehend India. Understand your own nation. Sunny's viewpoint holds merit. The decision makers in Bollywood have lost touch with the grassroots. Since 2021, with a few exceptions like Suryavanshi and to a limited extent films like The Kerala Story and The Kashmir Files, major budget productions have failed to deliver on the promises of their content. In their desperate attempts, figures have been manipulated by the likes of Karan Johar and Siddharth Anand to obscure the colossal failures of Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani and of course Pathan. Interestingly, this very tactic had backfired miserably with films such as Brahmastra and Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan. Also, such folks clearly don't know what mass power is. If your movie is good, people will bulldoze the ticket counters like they are doing in case of Gadar 2, and you will not have to resort to fake bookings to save your investments. The dichotomy between big-budget Bollywood films and their southern counterparts thriving even in the pandemic's wake hinges on the enduring affection for single-screen cinemas. Amid closures, these halls have stood as symbols of cultural unity, while a multiplex-centric Bollywood has veered from its roots. The soul of true entertainment bridges diverse audiences from villages to cosmopolitan hubs, echoing Sunny Deol's sentiment that Janata is one. Sunny's assertion highlights the divide between decision makers and grassroots reality. Contrary to fabricated figures and misdirection, genuine cinematic gems exemplified by Gadar 2 hold the power to draw audiences without manipulation, connect with the masses, and the cash registers will overflow.